role of the uke in this particular case. What you want to do is to hold the person's arm like you're holding a sword. Okay, like you're holding a bouquet. Right? The idea is not to make a wish. Okay? So don't grab and pull. Yeah? Grab him like you're holding the sword. If you're holding the sword properly, you're not choking the sword. If you're choking the sword, then your shoulders, your arms get really tired. So you hold the sword just like this. Right? And that's all you need to do. Right? See, as friends, the role of the uke is to stay connected. Not necessarily to give you a hard time, because you want to hold the person firmly enough so that the person, if you stay connected to the person has to do the technique correctly in order to succeed. But that's what you need to do. Give him the opportunity to succeed. See, I think my role as the instructor is to create an environment where the students can learn. Your role as a student is to contribute to that environment by giving your partner the opportunity to learn. Right? So you hold it firmly in what Clyde likes to call neutral. Not to give him a hard time, and not to be too easy on him. If the person does it correctly, the person doesn't do it correctly, you know that. When you work with a lot of other people, maybe people you've never seen before, in the seminar environment, then, you know, especially for those of you who are more experienced, you should try to gauge the ability of the person you're working with and to attack accordingly. Firmly enough so that the person has the opportunity to do it, but not giving him such a hard time, you know, that the person becomes frustrated. Okay? So you have to be able to be engaged with your partner all the time. Okay? Because that was what Christ. So it's like a car is neutral on a level surface. If you push correctly, the car will roll. If you don't push correctly, the car doesn't roll. Okay, now, try, as I said, not to be too overactive here. So you come over here like this, and then try to not cross over the other person. So there's space in between there, and I step forward and they fall straight back. There are lots of people here. So don't want to throw in all directions. So, okay. And then switch sides. Don't have the same person, you have the same hand all the time. So you know if you can operate both hands correctly. Okay, let's start. Get in groups of about 5 people. So it's not enough. So I just want to work. idea is to try to give you some variety of, at least mine, try to give you some